Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This DA.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker continues.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for Minnesota, Russell is out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3. Russell looking around. Fires from 14. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. Johnson kicks to Booker. Ayton in the high post. Working on Beasley. Oubre for 3. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl-Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
And so Ayton will bring it up for Phoenix. Oubre passes to Johnson. Oubre outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Offensive rebound. Ayton. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Okogie. Beasley kicks to Russell. Three-pointer. Another miss by Minnesota. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Booker outside. Lets the 3 fly. The shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Hernangomez finds Beasley. Back to Hernangomez. Beasley outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Johnson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside, Russell. Off target with his 3. The Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. Oubre on the wing. Back to Booker. Over to the left wing. Tries again. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got his second bucket of the night.
Don't let DeAndre Ayton get comfortable. This guy is a problem on the interior.
To the middle. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Boy, for a man his size, Towns does a sensational job running the floor.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Rubio. Oubre outside. The 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hernangomez down low. Johnson's there. And finished off by Hernangomez.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And it's Ayton missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression.
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Shoots from 14. Almost, but it rolls out.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Oubre, right side. Johnson for three.
Well, you want to see some more ferocity on the defensive end from D'Angelo Russell. Right there, he proves what a force he can be.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know.
Craig doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
Well, as a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for you. David, thank you for that one.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
Here's Reed. Pass to Noel. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Noel. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Saric attacking. That shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. The Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter.
And Dario Saric, the homie, as he was known in Philly, a Croatian finesse forward for this team.
You know what I love about Dario is here's a big man who can space the floor with his shooting. He can balance that with an ability to make plays off the dribble. He's a really sneaky cutter and a very opportunistic rebounder. I mean, this is a big man who will contribute in a lot of different areas. Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Reed misses. Bridges with it. And he drops it in from the low post. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Culver. Misses the 3. The Suns trailing. To the inside. There's the pass to Jerome. Carter with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Pass to Noel. Here's Wayman. Kicks it out to Johnson. From past the arc. The shot that time, not on target. And Phoenix the other way now. Saric passes to Jerome. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the two LA teams. Beasley, the pass to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Look out below, an airmail special by Cat.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by one, and that one drops for him.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Here's Booker. That one falls coming off Carter's feed. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
You must respect the in-between game of Devin Booker. So good in the mid-range.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Outside, Russell fires the three. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Russell is continuing to develop that deep perimeter shot. He's got to continue to be a factor from there.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. For 3, Oubre. Here's Ayton. Lays it up off the glass. Ayton's got 6 points.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
To the right side. And stolen by Ayton. He can't get that one to fall. Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll be...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 12 points, 5. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
You've got Russell, also Malik Beasley out there, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Power down with both hands.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
Here's Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And a change for the Suns. Baines is checked in. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Down low. Here's Johnson, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Rubio. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Outside, Russell kicks it to Johnson. Rubio against Russell. Back to Towns. Oubre with the steal. Here's Rubio. Finished off the break. Rubio's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, when he gets out into the open court, Rubio is a very tough cover.
Kogi inside the three-point line. And it's Towns on the follow.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? 4-3. Oubre kept alive. Baines. And that one, good. Baines has got 5 now.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs. What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, that's a strong finish, and Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. The kick out to Towns. Culver dishes to Towns. Over Saric. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Phoenix leading by 4. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Culver passes to Noel. Here's Layman. Puts it up from 12. A putback, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 7 points for the quarter. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Carter on the wing, out to the wing. Bridges finds Carter. Suns moving the ball around. Lays it up and banks it in. Jerome's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes it to Reed. It's blocked.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
Culver, he's off on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And he's good on the 3 ball. And now it's a 9-point Suns lead. Pass to Culver. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Culver's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the pass to Jerome. Kaminsky. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. But they'll get another chance.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Out to Russell. Shot clock at 5. At the tip. It's good on the putback.
A hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Culver passes to Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Here's Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is not a young man you want to send to the line. Booker's already a lights-out foul shooter.
And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. Both free throws good from Booker.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Johnson left side. Out to Russell. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. It's Beasley on the wing. Johnson outside. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
Baines finds Oubre. Rubio outside. Here's Booker. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 6-point game. This one for 3. Offensive rebound.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Ayton kicks to Oubre. Rubio the pass to Booker. From the top of the key. Suns keep it alive. Johnson with the block. Pushing it up, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Devin Booker. Free throw, good, Beasley. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for 1, Hernan Gomez. And the Suns also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Oubre, good.
You have got to respect that about Oubre. He believes in himself even in the tight spots of the game.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Russell. Johnson outside. A 3-ball. It's not going to go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Oubre can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Rubio against Russell. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Booker. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 4th rebound in this one.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
And Rubio kicks to Johnson. And the rejection by Towns. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell's running, and Towns throws it down.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Here's Booker. Banked in off the glass. Booker's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
Devin Booker with the big shot. He may be young, but he's got big-time game.
Russell with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Back to Russell. 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Russell. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Well, Russell is just absolutely fearless. He'll be the hero or the GOAT in that instance. Yes, sir, hero.
Money!
Oh, my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rubio against Russell. Count it, and the foul. That one on Ayton. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot. And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
Here's Booker. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Suns lead by one.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Here's Russell. Good!
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
And it's Ayton missing. Kogi inside the three-point line. Misses there. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball.
On 2K TV, we're getting you ready for the My Team Unlimited tournament. And we have last year's champ to help out. Plus, we check in with the 2K Reddit community. We're highlighting your top plays. And the NBA Finals have tipped off. Find out which team the 2K Sim has taking the championship.
Up next, the Sun. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. DA, it's on.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, DA. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at center. Now here's Oubre. He can't hit that time. Adams, some nice D.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
And so Ayton will bring it up for the Suns. Johnson kicks to Rubio. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Johnson in the corner. And Adams sends it back.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Passes it to Dort. Kicks it out to Paul for 3. Rubio with the rebound. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Oubre finds Booker. Rubio with it. Ayton inside. Adams on him, and it's Ayton missing. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh, no layups right there for SGA, up to the rim.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Rubio the pass to Oubre. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gallinari with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Paul, no one around him. Offline with his 3. Here's Booker, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Sharch has checked in for the Suns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Paul. Adams in the high post. Paul against Rubio. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the feed to Adams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good. 6 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Booker. Steven Adams making his last shot. Clock at 6. With the floater. Good work there as it goes. Booker's got 6.
Booker's such a good spot-up shooter, but when he gets on the move and he has that kind of deft touch, that's a pretty soft floater.
Rubio against Paul. To the paint. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from 3-point range. Suns trail by 4. Bridges finds Ayton. Shoots over Adams. Bridges goes back up. And Ayton with the nice bucket inside.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Inside. Here's Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. Down low. Here's Ayton. The putback. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 4. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Paul with the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Left side, Saric.
Well, the key for Saric is to be out there and be aggressive, because when he plays assertive like this, he's going to draw some fouls.
It's his first trip to the line. Saric nails them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Schroeder. That will count, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings,
One thing we have to do is stop comparing us.
you know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs. Trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here, as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Carter. Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Jerome in at the 1. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Dort's checked in. Suns shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And it's Oubre off the drive. Now the pass to Kaminsky. Here's Jerome. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And it's Carter missing. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Diallo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw tonight. Suns trail by 3. Pass to Jerome. Here's Baines. No good on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Diallo. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Schroeder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And there it is for him.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. Out to the right wing. Here's Diallo. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Oubre kicks to Kaminsky. Carter on the wing. Connects from three-point range. Now just a one-point Thunder lead.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
To the left wing. Here's Dort. To the inside. Noel passes to Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Oubre, no one around him. But they get it back. And the Suns get it back. Kicks it to Baines. And Carter has it in the corner. Missed it. Even after all those chances, the Thunder have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Dort. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 3.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And it's Carter missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Oubre outside. High arcing shot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Baines has got his first points in this one.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
And Noel throws it down.
Nice decision-making by Schroeder there with a terrific assist.
Suns trail by 7. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Kaminsky misses. Here's Dort. He lobs it up.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Baines. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Noel in at the small forward. He gets it in there.
Now, Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
There's Gallinari with the 3. Rebound by the Suns.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
First trip to the line for him here. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Molinari on the wing. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline. And the rejection by Eaton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And stolen by Eaton. To the right side. Bridges with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Molinari passes to Dort. Paul against Rubio. To the middle. Here's Adams. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Thunder lead by 5.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
And he gets the bucket.
That's pretty steady from Bridges. Does not let the contact throw him off one bit.
Over in the corner, Paul. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Gallinari attacking, and the shot is good. Gallinari's got his second bucket tonight.
He's showing some nice body control, outstanding at keeping his composure and continuing to play at his speed is Gallinari.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. So for the Suns, Aaron Baines comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Carter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so he hits both. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint, here's Muscala. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Zero hesitation from Shea on that play.
Pass to Carter. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Saric. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul. The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And scouts continue to scour the globe for talent that could produce in the NBA. Saric, another one of those. Lots of trips to Croatia to bring him over to provide this kind of impact.
Johnson, he's checked in for Bridges. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Diallo's checked in.
And for a big player, Saric can get in there and get fluid. Nice finish.
The Thunder with the lead. Schroeder looking over the floor. 51 seconds left in the third. Ferguson kicks to Muscala. In the corner, it's Diallo. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Booker inside. And Adams sends it back. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Schroeder, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, how about that? Remarkable verts there from Schroeder as he skies high for an impressive dunk.
26 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Carter, the pass to Baines. And Adams sends it back. To the middle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Muscala's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder. To the inside, Johnson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
It'll count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Kaminsky, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Oubre kicks to Johnson. And Adams sends it back. They're running. Passes it to Schroeder. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his third foul of the game. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Off the inbound pass. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Paul with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Rubio, and he makes good on the layup.
Ricky Rubio playing super confident right now.
Here's Paul. Inside, here's Noel. It's deflected. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. Shoots over Schroeder, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Ricky Rubio last season signing a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Suns to take over the reins at point guard.
Well, you think it's been a bit of a rudderless team since Steve Nash's departure. You have a 2-guard that's one of the best scorers in the league. What better way than to bring in a veteran who loves to play both ends of the court, is unselfish, and shows you what it's like to be a pro. Ricky Rubio has done that for the organization.
Booker, and Booker able to finish.
I think Booker's motivated tonight here. He's starting to play very aggressively. I want to see him more in there on the offensive glass.
And that one's good. Noel.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Back to Bridges. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball, and Gallinari throws it down.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Oklahoma City leading by 11. All up top. It's Noel, high post. Launches it. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's good from Booker on the assist by Oubre. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 11.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. And there's the pass to Paul. Over to the left wing. Out to Gallinari. The tray. Bridges with the board. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 9 points. And that one's good, Ayton.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
44 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Gallinari on the wing. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Adams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Adams.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Here's Dort. Paul outside. Down low. So we see the Thunder get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily
Chris Manning. This week we are talking My Team. We've been discussing the My Team Unlimited tournament. And guess what? The first game day is right around the corner.
So we want to make sure you are ready.
Here are some
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. We are...
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Russell is out there with Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Outside, Russell. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Hey, I tell you what, I've got a 39-inch shirt sleeve. Karl Anthony Towns has to be north of 40, and with that reach, you can see why he snatches up those rebounds.
Russell with it. Passes it to Towns. Russell looking around. Clock at 6. Again, Russell missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There's the pass to Dort. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beasley, the pass to Russell. Again, Russell missing. And the Thunder with possession. Paul with the 3. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Right wing. Here's Dort. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
To the left side wing. Russell with a wide open look. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. That's a 2 from Towns. It's hauled in by Adams. And here are the Thunder now. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Paul, no one around him. The Thunder with another miss.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Russell dishes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Back to Paul. Beyond the arc. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. There's the triple. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
And, you know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that. And he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better.
They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job imitating his usual shot motion. Earns himself a trip to the line.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills too.
And good that time.
You know, Noel positions himself perfectly on these screens and capitalizes off these sets with a tenacity that is admirable.
Pass to Culver and stolen by Noel. Diallo kicks to Ferguson. Diallo the pass to Ferguson. There's 39 seconds left in the first. Inside. And the layup's good off the glass.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Culver. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Nobody near Schroeder. Minnesota with the rebound. And here they come. Noel passes to Johnson. Fires for 3. Towns. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, it's hard to...
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
The guys on the team already tell me.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. After the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Johnson is out there with Lehman. Then it's Culver, and it's Noel in at the 2. Just 4 to shoot. Lehman pass to Reed, and it's Noel with the rebound.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the deep credit, did just enough to force him to clank that one. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passing. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
There's Lehman. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Ferguson and the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the Thunder with some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Alinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Diallo. Here's Schroeder. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 11. Johnson, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. No points yet here in the second quarter for them.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
Here's Okogie. Hernan Gomez finds Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. No good from Beasley.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Dort. Covered by Beasley.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Right side Towns. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Paul looking around. Here's the lob to Adams. Ball against Russell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got 5 points so far. Timberwolves trail by 11. Beasley outside. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
The Timberwolves shooting only 21% from the field so far. Russell inside, defended by Paul. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Russell. Now Paul from deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And, you know, on the defensive end, that's the...
And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 11-point cushion as we...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead top. And that'll...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Here's Russell with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's the lob to Adams, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Timberwolves trail by 11. Outside, Russell. Over Paul. And good. We got the English that time as it falls.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
Paul for three. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Beasley with a clean look, and again it's Minnesota.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
Paul with the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
That's a 2 from Towns. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain that.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Gallinari passes to Adams. Goes back up. Out to Gallinari. Fires the 3. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Gallinari. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And taken away by Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ferguson. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Outside, Russell bangs home the trifecta. Russell's got 7 points for the quarter.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
To the inside, here's Adams. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. To the middle. Adams down low. Towns on him. Shot clock at 2. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Culver. Here's Noel. He kicks it to Johnson. The pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Thunder leading by 9. Bounce pass, Schroeder. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Diallo the pass to Noel. Over Reed. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Most of Noel's points come on the interior. Really uses his size effectively down there.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass to Diallo. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Minnesota making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Timberwolves trail by 11. Pass to Culver. Down low. 43 seconds left to play in the third. And D'Angelo Russell good for 3. Russell's got 12 in the game.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
Passes it to Dort. He dishes it to Noel. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Noel's got 4 points now in the quarter. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
It's stolen by Schroeder. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. We've got Culver. James Johnson is out there with Lehman. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. Muscala finds Noel. 5 on the clock. Diallo the pass to Muscala. And that one is stuffed right through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Back to Johnson. The pass to Russell. Over Diallo. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. The shot by Culver. Nobody around. The three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 10. Muscala dishes to Schroeder. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Now, here is Gallinari. He feeds it to Noel. Out to Gallinari. 4 on the shot clock. And Gallinari throws it down.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard. Reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ferguson. Here's Gallinari. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Gallinari's got 4 points now in the quarter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Johnson, the pass to Okogie. Off target with the open look. Oklahoma City leading by 12, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Paul comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Johnson. Pass to Okogie. Dishes it to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
You know, defensively, you have to try something different. I mean, Towns has been lighting you up all night.
Paul outside. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Paul. Passes it to Adams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Takes a 3. Hernangomez grabs the miss. Hernangomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Beasley, the pass to Okogie. Out to Russell. Now here's Beasley. There's the lob to Towns. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Adams. Makes it off the glass.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Thunder.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. So both teams making some changes here. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Schroeder.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the Thunder with possession. And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Burton, the pass to Schroeder. Puts up a three. Trains the three-pointer. And the Thunder lead by 15.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, good evening.
Knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Russell is out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Russell. Outside, Towns. Off target from three-point range. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action. We'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism. And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now, here's Rubio. Oubre finds Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. On the wing, Johnson fires the 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training set. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Beasley. Russell high post. Pass to Towns. Russell trying to free himself up. That one goes in.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
On the wing, Johnson. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Booker. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Beasley against Booker. And stolen by Ayton. And even 3-on-3 break. And finished off by Oubre.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
Beasley outside. There's Russell with the 3. Rubio with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A nice shot by Booker. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Beasley has been explosive in some of the roles he's played. And with more responsibility, he's able to score a lot of points in bunches.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed's checked in. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. Layman, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And Layman pulls it down. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Reed the pass to Johnson. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. 6 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Here's Layman. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. The Suns have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Saric.
And Saric, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
Reed the pass to Layman. Pulls it from the elbow. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
To the paint with the putback.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
For Phoenix, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And it's Carter penetrating. Chalk up 2 there.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Layman pass to Beasley. Lets the 3 fly. And that one misses from Layman.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Saric working his way over to provide some extra coverage that time.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then there's Carter. Then it's Frank Kaminsky. And it's Jerome in at the point. Reed the pass to Noel. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Well, Phoenix shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Jerome. No points in the game yet for him. And yes, it's good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Culver. Defended by Carter. Noel. A miss that time would have put him up. The Suns leading. Here's Jerome. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
Culver dishes to Towns, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Oubre. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now a 7-point Suns lead.
Now Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. And they came into that house. It was defended. If Ayton gets there, he's got a big opportunity.
Suns leading by 7. The drive by Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
And Bones, Devin Booker, capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills, not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
That one goes. Count it. Booker's got the lead up to 11 now for Phoenix.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Over to the wing. Left side, Towns. And the rejection by Ayton.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Just 2 to shoot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Okogie's got his first points of the game.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Rubio finds Booker. Baines trying to get open. And the dunk by Booker.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it tacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And the dunk by Booker.
Every time he gets going like this, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Sharch checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Minnesota, Reed's checked in. And Jake Layman subbed in for Beasley.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Devin Booker is such a natural and gifted scorer. Even when he gets hit on that play, he stays in control with that shot.
Here's Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good penetration for D'Lo right there. Real nimble on the inside.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Phoenix ahead, up by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the small forward.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Oubre, good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Russell kicks to Beasley. Russell against Oubre. Russell looking it over. Clock is at 3. For 3, a Kogi. That one doesn't go. The Suns go the other way with it. Booker with no one around. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And the dunk by Towns.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Here's Booker. The shot from the low post is good. Booker's got 21 in the game.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Here's Noel. Defended by Booker. The pass to Noel. Right side Towns. The shot off that time. The Suns go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Hernan Gomez down low. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Towns missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Kaminsky, the pass to Jerome. Here's Booker. That one a little long.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Hernan Gomez. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Suns leading by 14. Inside. And the dunk by Towns.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Here's Okogie. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Back to Towns. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson finds Booker. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Booker. Pass to Jerome. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Carter outside. Here's Saric. Baines. Great positioning on the putback. Baines has got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Reed gets the bucket.
Well, recognizing D'Angelo Russell has become a scorer, he's got to go back to his natural instincts to make plays. He did there.
And so it's Phoenix up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Timberwolves trail by 12. Inside, Saric and Baines. Carter out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Displaying superb leaping ability. Russell's electric in the air for someone his size.
And Saric kicks to Rubio. Bridges with it. Shot clock at 6. Carter on the wing. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 10. Russell fires away from way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Out to Saric. Passes to Rubio. Tips it, and Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 12.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And, guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Here's Rubio. Here's Ayton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Ayton's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Here's Russell. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Saric finds Carter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Reed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Mikal Bridges picks one up. First free throw is good. Kelly Oubre's checked in for the Suns. Devin Booker comes in for Carter. Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Johnson. And Okogie subbed in for Jake Layman. Now Ayton. Minnesota with the rebound. Okogie's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Towns throws it down.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Takes the 13-footer, and Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, the mid-range Jay looking nice as Russell finds a way to take advantage of the defense. A nice balance on that one.
Yes, that goes in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And it's Ayton missing. Timberwolves trail by 12. There's the lob to Towns. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Phoenix.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Devin Booker.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Another shot, and the rejection by Towns. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Timberwolves passing it around. Beasley for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Ayton kicks to Rubio. And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Here's Okogie. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win.
crowned champion. Here are some tips I would recommend to put yourself in the best position to win. First, use cards you're comfortable with. If a card's rating isn't the highest in your collection, but you have their jumper and dribble moves down, don't be afraid to give them playing time. Second, you want to have a good strategy in place. Which cards can get you a big-time bucket? Which cards can pressure opponents and create turnovers? If you need a
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Suns buzz as it rolled into the arena earlier tonight. The players decked out in their very best.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for...
They're such a great reflection of their coach. Thanks, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the center position. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Here's Booker. Oubre on the wing. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Paul. And Adams now top of the key. Oubre with the steal. Booker outside. Rubio outside. Johnson outside. Ayton trying to break free. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
Here's Paul. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And when he plays with that kind of attacking basketball, almost impossible to stop near the rim.
A nice shot by Booker.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
To the middle, here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gallinari attack the basket. It provides a nice counterbalance to that shooting ability.
Pass to Oubre. Suns moving the ball around. Kicks to Johnson. To the wing right side. Rubio. Offensive rebound. Puts the move on. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're on the break. Oubre, good.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Paul with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Here's Dort. A three-pointer, no good. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 4. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Well, some contact there on the shot, but Danilo Gallinari, much improved upper body strength, maintains his focus. Nicely done.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole
can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Bridges. Steven Adams making his last shot. Bridges misses.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Ferguson. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. No good, unable to end this run. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Gallinari outside. To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, Gallinari a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Bridges out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point. Jerome. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Phoenix shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he makes both free throws. The Thunder with the lead. The drive by Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Carter has it in the corner. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Shots good by Baines.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Shooter kicks to Muscala. Carter pulls it in. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Bridges with it. Diallo's there. Bridges misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the score.
What the price of admission. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Now here's Kaminsky. He's covered by Muscala. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Launches the 3. But they recover it. Here's Ferguson. Defended by Carter. Ferguson misses. Suns trail by 3. Kaminsky, the pass to Jerome. Carter outside. Passes it to Kaminsky. Clock at 6. Pass to Jerome. Shoots over Schroeder. Kept alive. Shots good by Baines.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Now Diallo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint. And people talk a lot about Diallo's athleticism, but this guy also plays with a high motor.
You're right, Greg. He's always in attack mode. He runs the floor, willing to crash the boards. And defensively, this guy shows great lateral quickness, great tenacity, footwork. I get that he's raw, but the upside is absolutely there.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Kelly Oubre's checked in for the Suns. Ricky Rubio comes in for Carter. Kaminsky the pass to Jerome. Out to the right wing. Back to Oubre. Out left to the wing. Here's Jerome. Gallinari covering. Jerome. No good. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shows you he's not afraid to draw contact now. Gets to the free throw line.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Here's Booker. Got a piece of it. 1:02 left in the second quarter. And it's Paul missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Paul goes in. Gallinari wide open. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Devin Booker.
Sharpshooter from anywhere on the floor. Booker's release and form, it's so mechanically sound.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And here is Paul. He has 6. Here's the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Booker. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And no luck with that time on the buzzer. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. It's been over a decade since the Seattle Supersonics became the Oklahoma City Thunder. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Paul kicks to Adams. There's Gallinari with the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Gallinari's got the first basket of the third quarter for Oklahoma City. Rubio looking it over. Ayton dishes to Rubio. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. They get the rebound. Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
That is a product of pure
pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Paul, no one around him. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
Well, that should surprise no one. Devin Booker so good in the mid-range.
The Thunder leading by 5. Schroeder passes to Ferguson. Back to Schroeder. Fires from deep. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Carter outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Suns have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the first one at the line is good. Carter hits them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Schroeder passes to Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. From the arc. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
6 to shoot. Baines trying to get open. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Šarić.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
And it's Schroeder missing. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Carter down low. Diallo's there. Back to Carter. Jacks up a 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 4. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
And that one drops.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Schroeder kicks to Diallo. Now the pass to Noel. Here's Muscala. Nobody near Schroeder. And the 3 off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Here is Rubio. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pass to Booker. He feeds it to Šarić. Tries it from 9. Kaminsky. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Dort passes to Paul. to the paint. Gallinari, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Five seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. Doesn't go for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thunder lead by 4. And do not go away as we'll be. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Sharge. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5 down low. Back to Booker, the 3. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Back to Paul. Passes it to George. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Adams. Pass to George. It's stolen by Kaminsky. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Nifty move. And foul on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Here's Rubio. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris Paul picks up that. The first free throw is good.
Now, this is one of the most talked about international players ever, and I think Rubio just needs to stay healthy and keep working on that shot.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in, and for the Suns, DeAndre Ayton comes in for Frank Kaminsky, and it's Johnson in for Dario Saric. Gallinari finds Paul. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Back to Paul. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Suns trail by 5. Here's Rubio, and it's blocked.
Gallinari using his length right there. Nicely done on the block shot.
Over to the wing. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Gallinari missing. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Oubre. Buries it down low.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
They get it back. Out to Gallinari. There's the pass to Ferguson. Over in the corner, Paul. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. And the Thunder lead by 5.
If anything, you know you can count on Chris Paul to deliver in the clutch. He is so competitive, so tough.
A nice shot by Booker.
It's one thing to know your team counts on you to deliver big buckets. It's another to take that responsibility and run with it. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
That one falls.
Gallinari with the pressure on him. My goodness.
Here's Booker. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
DeAndre Ayton unafraid in the big moment. Nice delivery.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Gallinari. Oubre with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Ayton, the pass to Johnson to tie it up. That ties it up. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. And stolen by Ayton. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Booker kicks to Oubre. Good on the first, and that gives them the lead.
And remember, he grew up in New Orleans, but Kelly Oubre had to move to Texas after Hurricane Katrina. Some tough times that he said put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to this day.
And the Thunder making a switch here. George checked in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Well, there was a decades period of time where Chris Paul was simply stated the best point guard in the league. But let's make no mistake, this guy is successful off the basketball court as well. For such a long time, he has played a significant role in the Players Union, advocating for the players at large, and I have such admiration for it.
Paul looking around. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Some solid defense from Ayton. And taken away by Paul. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Booker dishes to Rubio. Johnson against Gallinari. And Adams sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Paul with the ball. That shot, no good. 19 seconds left in the game. Johnson down low. Gallinari covering. Rubio outside. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Paul goes in. Got it!
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That looked all right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
when he took home that enormous check. So we called him up to see what he's been up to since his big win and if he has any advice for any of you who are looking to take home this year's title.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Traffic heading in and out of down. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here's Okogie. Russell with a wide-open look. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Gallinari in the corner. Here's Adams. Out to Gallinari. Launches a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Off the catch. Nice balance. Nice rhythm. Gallinari with a good-looking shot.
And finished off by Hernangomez.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Beasley. Dort passes to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in.
You know, for a small guy, you got to respect how calm Paul is inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anybody, but he's got to be crafty and clever to do so. Good display of patience there.
Now here's Beasley. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Ball against Russell. Gallinari wide open. No good on the 3. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 4-point game. Here's Hernangomez. It's rebounded by Paul. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Adams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort, defended by Towns. Dort passes to Adams. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Gonna need to contest Adams' shot better than that to prevent him from scoring. He's too physical down low.
Out to the right wing. Ball against Russell. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Down low, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Paul outside. Gallinari in the corner. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Pass to Beasley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Okogie, Thunder with the rebound.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Now here's Beasley following the shot by Chris Paul. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Towns wide open and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Paul dishes to Adams. Back to Paul. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort passes to Adams. Shoots over Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And a new group in here for the Thunder. 51 seconds left to play in the first. To the paint, here's Reed, and he dunks it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Now Diallo, Schroeder outside. Dishes to Adams. That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Noel passes to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Culver. From the stripe, Reed controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Reed's got his second bucket.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder lead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then it's Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. Here's Layman. The Thunder making the shot. Noel passes to Layman. Reverses. Shots good by Noel.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Schroeder with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Noel kicks to Diallo. Passes to Muscala. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail. Here's Noel. Off target from outside.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And at Texas Tech, Garrett Culver operated as a lead guard. Is that a role he can fill at this level?
You know what, Greg? I think he's got the potential to. He's got excellent vision, good size, a really nice pace to his game. I think he can play some point, but he may be best suited as a secondary creator.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. A slam dunk by Diallo.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Reed the pass to Culver. Inside. And the rejection by Noel.
Man, you can just see Noel's eyes light up when a shooter attempts these shots. He's so forceful and determined in his denials.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And a new group in here for the Thunder. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Beasley with the steal. 1:44 left here in the second. Towns finds Beasley. He's looking for Russell and finds him. Here's Towns, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter. Back to Paul. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Here's Noel. Shot to stop the run. Kicks it out to Paul. From outside the arc. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Paul.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
Gallinari outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Gallinari's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beasley kicks to Russell. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And slam dunk by Noel.
Skying towards the hoop and decimating the defense with that ridiculous alley-oop dunk. Go ahead, Noel.
Here's Towns. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, it does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Towns. Okogie for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Okogie's got the first bucket of the third here for the Timberwolves. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gallinari's got 7.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
Russell against Paul. Russell inside. He dishes it to Towns. It's stolen by Adams. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. It's a close game here in Minnesota. Pass to Layman. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Towns. No good. Adams, some nice D. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Rush contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you see the muscle Gallinari's added to his frame. Now able to draw contact and still finish the play.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Now here's Johnson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Paul looking around. Gallinari on the wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander against Johnson. 5 to shoot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's tightly guarded. No good with the layup. Gomez kicks to Culver. To the inside. Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. It's good.
You know, Chris Paul will get his points any way he can. I mean, that's his aggressive nature. CP3, if it means handling contact, he's ready for it.
Now here's Culver to the right side. Here's Lehman. That 3 off the mark. The Thunder leading by 4. Gallinari outside. Pass to Paul. Here's Ferguson. Rob. Here's Culver. That one misses. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adams. Now here is Gallinari. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. Paul passes to Adams. Great D that time from Johnson. Timberwolves trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Lehman, to the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Chris Paul picks up that one. This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for the Thunder. Muscala, he's checked in for Gallinari. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. It's Schroeder with the drive. It's good. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Diallo. Schroeder outside. Back to Muscala. 3-pointer. And it's Schroeder missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the basket by Okogie.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game so he makes his presence felt inside.
Schroeder passes to Adams. Reed with the rebound.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Beasley. And it's all evened up.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
Here's Schroeder. Sinks that one from the post. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter. Outside, Russell. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Tie game in Minnesota. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Muscala, Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Noel. And it's Dort in at the 3. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And when it comes to the paint, Noel owns it. I mean, really takes on any defender head on. And as a result, gets a lot of foul calls because of his aggressiveness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Gallinari, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Diallo. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Russell inside, defended by Paul. Russell passes to Reed, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Paul outside. Gallinari in the corner. Paul outside. Teardrop shot. Here's Noel. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice recognition by Towns there. I mean, catches the defender out of position and then sails the foul call.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Towns drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Comes up empty down low.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
Hernangomez.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Russell against Schroeder. Russell passes to Hernangomez. Basket good. And it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Here's Schroeder, and he banks in the layup. 8 points for Dennis Schroeder.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Here's Russell to the inside. Hernangomez passes to Okogie. Beasley kicks to Hernangomez. 5 on the clock. And Beasley, here we go, from downtown. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard. Reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
They get it again. Noel, and the pass to Dort. Now here's Schroeder. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter. And they double up Russell. right wing. Beasley inside. And oh boy. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. And Russell gets it to go.
He doesn't bleed blood, but he bleeds cold blood ice. Russell tearing hearts out down the stretch.
It counts, and the foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback, yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Passes it to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Outside, Russell. Pass to Johnson. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.